So it's been a while, and today I want to explain a little bit of why that is for those of you that are interested in the general life of me, and why there's been a huge lack of uploads, consistency, and just general lack of communication between obviously me and of course yourselves when it comes to World of Tanks console and this channel in general. So there's a few reasons. One of them is based on the fact that I've been trying to build up some other channels at the moment. That's to pay my bills, because recently I say recently, about a month ago, I actually left my job, which was voluntary. I left it so that I could actually make YouTube videos, which is very, very strange. Now that I am no longer an engineer, I am a YouTuber, in quotation marks, which I hate saying, but at the same time, I love doing the job, if you even call it a job. But essentially, yes, I am now a full-time YouTuber. I make videos, obviously not on World of Tanks console, mainly because unfortunately the money that I would earn from doing World of Tanks console, even in the best kind of month I have ever had on World of Tanks console, would not pay for my mortgage, my bills, anything like that, and so there is no way I would be able to essentially live off of playing World of Tanks console. So obviously I have had a background in making videos, whether that be for World of Tanks console or playing other games. I love just generally making videos, growing channels, and running kind of YouTube channels and stuff like that. So that is exactly what I have left my job to do. It wasn't out of the blue. I've been able to grow a channel which some people, I don't know if maybe anyone watching this video is has probably seen those, but it's on Escape from Tarkov. So I was playing a lot of Escape from Tarkov. I decided to make some videos on it, and it went really well, and it's allowed me to now essentially not have to work a 9 to 5, which is somewhat stressful as well, working for yourself obviously, because if you don't earn the money, you don't pay the bills, and if you don't pay the bills, some dodgy blokes come around asking for some money and start taking shit. So obviously there has got to be some financial incentive for me to do it, and so yeah, I've been able to cover the bills and everything like that. On a different level, I am selling my house because of some personal reasons. Obviously, you could probably guess what that may be. It was a joint house, joint owned, and so I am now selling the house. So you guys can probably guess why. I won't go into details. It is what it is. But essentially, that also happened around 7 months ago, something like that. 8 months ago was when all of that kind of kicked off. And then last month I left my job, and then now I am a free man to go ahead and do what I want to do. And basically this video is to kind of give you an update as to what's been going on. I haven't just been bumming around, or it's not because I don't want to make videos. It's just because I've had to essentially focus on the things that are going to be able to pay for the bills. And whilst World of Tanks console does give a little bit of money, it is not enough in order for me to actually survive on, and it is far from being able to survive on, even when you have like the best month possible. So for anyone wanting to get into World of Tanks console, hoping that they are going to be able to survive and live off of the income that you make from World of Tanks console, I would just give a very big word of warning that that probably isn't going to happen if you live in a expensive country, something like the UK, USA, or just basically Western European countries, etc., because you just don't earn the money. So a word of warning to anyone with an aspiring dream to become a World of Tanks console YouTuber. Maybe there's someone that comes out there and they end up getting 4 times the average views that my top performing videos get on average, that they would be able to do that, and maybe you would be able to actually go full time. But given the current trajectory of the game and also YouTube, I don't think that's going to happen, so it wasn't sensible to focus entirely on World of Tanks console. So that is number 1. Although I do still enjoy playing the game, there's also the second reason, which is the game's vision and the way in which the game has been going. It's kind of really, it just doesn't seem to be the way in which I think the game should generally go. And whilst I'm just one player that has played the game for like 10 years now, or nearly, I think it's like 9, it might actually be 10 years at this point, I just don't see the game getting better. And in all honesty, the game seems to be getting worse and worse with regards to the content drops that are actually good for the game versus the content drops that are just generally bad for the game. Removal of, for example, ways for you to earn essentially good amounts of gold for free. Adding in more aggressive microtransactions from a player standpoint. You guys have seen that with the loot boxes. Hiding tanks behind loot boxes that you can't buy outright. And so you have to actually purchase them. So that kind of sucks as well. And of course, rolling on loot boxes for like £1,000 worth of loot boxes in order to generate the actual amount of chance that you would need to hit one of those tanks. It's not really what I'm about. I don't really like loot boxes. I think that they're a predatory tactic used to essentially milk people of more money, and it's usually effective on people that don't have good money sense in the first place, which are often the poorest of society, or generally people who, don't have free money available, and they think that they're gonna. You get my drift. I'm not going to go into the politics or the general gist of it, but it's just very predatory on people, and I think it's a very horrible move to go for. And considering the overall monetization that you see within World of Tanks in general, whether you play PC or console, it is very, very much monetization heavy on absolutely everything you do, whether that be your premium time, whether that be your premium tank, whether that be your loot box, whether that be your battle pass or season pass, whether that be converting your free XP, whether that be buying silver to purchase tanks, whether that be buying XP booster. Literally anything you can think of regarding the game can be bought, even equipment, literally everything, skins, cosmetics, any aspect which could be monetized is monetized, and a lot of the time that has it's just very frustrating from a player standpoint. Me personally, I play the game, remember, I am like anyone else. I play the game, I enjoy the game, sometimes I don't like the game, sometimes I hate the game, sometimes I hate the direction that the game is going in, and yeah, that has definitely happened probably over the last few years as I've kind of seen the direction, and you hear this stuff that's mentioned and then it never gets done, or things just don't seem to pan out, or things don't get focused on, or the community wants certain things and then Wargaming go ahead and not do those things and add in more things that the people don't want. You get my drift. It becomes very grindy against general people who are playing the game. If you do keep in close contact, casual players probably don't give a rat's arse about it, because they jump on, they play 5 games, they might purchase some premium time. They might purchase a premium tank because it looks cool, and then they go ahead and leave and do other things, and then play 5 games the next day, or 3 games the next day, or don't play the next day after that, and then jump on for 2 games, and then on a weekend they might play 10 games or something. You know what I mean? That's the casual audience. That's who they are trying to milk, in my opinion, from what I can see. So yeah, I don't know. I still really enjoy the game, and I think it could be so good, which is why it's infuriating as a player that really wants this game to succeed. It just doesn't seem like it is going to, and yeah, it's frustrating, I think, is the most thing. So that's another reason why you've probably seen less uploads than what you would typically expect. And then kind of thirdly is just, I don't know, I find the game is, might sound really egotistical or whatever, but the game just doesn't really have too much challenges for me. Like, I find games that aren't very challenging, or games where you've already kind of done the hard bit of learning everything, like, they become quite boring, quite stale. And whilst, you know, it is still fun to do the highest damage in the game by like 4 times or whatever, it still can be a bit grindy, and you can lose the enjoyment factor of it because it's kind of just becomes more RNG dependent as to whether you have a good game, rather than like your skill level becoming a factor in which, yes, obviously everyone can get better. I'm not the best player in the game. I'm never going to try and say that I am the best World of Tanks console player. That would be ludicrous of me. But of course, I played the game for a long time. I understand most of the mechanics in the game, and for the most part can have pretty decent games overall. So yeah, I think the challenging aspect kind of been something that I've been dealing with as well. So hence why you've seen less videos. But to say all of that, I still really like the game. I'm still going to make content, and the main reason is because of you guys and the people who watch the videos. That is what it's all about. Now, am I going to continue making only World of Tanks console videos? I don't know. And that is the thing that I kind of want to brush past you, because obviously I've played World of Tanks PC, I've played quite a bit of World of Tanks PC, and to be honest with you, the gameplay on that game is just better than playing on a console. Not only the graphics, but like just general feel of gameplay and stuff like that. So I don't know whether I'll start adding in the occasional World of Tanks PC video. I'm not saying that that is going to happen, but I kind of wanted your thoughts. Would you still watch that? Are you still interested in it? Would you mind if I made a video on World of Tanks PC? That is the real question. I have a World of Tanks PC channel. It's relatively big. It's got like 8k subs or something like that, or just under, I don't know. But yeah, maybe I'll add in, like, combine the channels together and then just make the content that I find enjoyable, fun, and stuff like that. I've also learned quite a lot from doing some video editing and stuff like that. Now, the videos that you'll see in the upcoming days are not super edited. They are your traditional videos that we've done on the channel before. So they'll be released. I'm going to be on holiday, so I'll probably be replying to comments, mainly comments. But I'll be on holiday when this video goes live. So there you go, sipping a beer on a beach somewhere in the sun. So yes, I know. Taking a bit of a break just to relax and, you know, take some time to think about what is next and what the future has in store. But I'm kind of just brainstorming all of the things that have been going on and just relaxing for a little bit, which is the main thing. But don't worry, there'll be a video every day, which I'm on holiday for, which has been a pain in the arse to get all of those videos done because it was done in one day. So all of the videos that you see for the next 6 days, I think, will all be done on one night's worth of games. It was actually one of the best nights on World of Tanks console I've probably ever had. I think we averaged like 9,000 WN8 with a ton of amazing games, so stay tuned for those. First one will be a Dragonlance and Sea video tomorrow. So if you're watching this, that's what's going to happen. But then we've got a ton of other different variety of tanks that should be coming out alongside the Korean pattern as well, which is in the season pass. That tank is actually very, very good, and we had a insane game in that one, which should be interesting for you guys to watch. But with that being said, I think that's kind of the main things that I wanted to talk about. Just mainly a channel update and just generally about my life, what's happened, what's been going on, and yeah, I thought I'd keep you informed. And going forward from here, we will be posting every single day. So yeah, we'll be back to it, back to the grindstone, and I'll be working on, yeah, basically making the videos as good as possible with a bit more editing. Obviously, once again, the next few videos probably not going to be fully edited because I didn't have the amount of time needed because it was all quite rushed and a very last minute holiday. But yeah, that is basically it. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like it and let me know your thoughts on all of the things that I've talked about. And yeah, there you go. That is what's happened in my life over the last 6 months. It's been hectic, but yeah, I'll be glad to be back playing some World of Tanks console, and I feel like I'm refreshed now and can jump in without the saltiness that kind of developed over time, both in-game and also out of game. And yeah, I will see you in the next video tomorrow. Goodbye.